Good evening. This arcane adventure is about my return trip to Willard Library, the haunted library and home of the famed Gray Lady ghost. Our original trip was to investigate the rumor of a ghost or a spirit portal. And in that process, I discovered that one of the librarians was actually a mediumistic spirit sensitive. Therefore, I gained permission to return and perform a séance using a Victorian method known as table tipping or table turning, along with my other arcane tools. Present for this séance was Stacy, the mediumistic sensitive from the first trip, and Erica, another librarian and a historian of the building, as well as past spirit activity, and a third lady from my personal life to round out the table with a group of 3 women, which is an arcane grouping. Also joining us in the background was Riley from the library that would be capturing his own audio and video of the investigation for their records and their purposes. Well, the possibility of the Gray Lady ghost was originally envisioned as the contact of the evening. We were all in for quite the surprise, a twist of fate, as life will often provide. Before we began the séance, I wanted to take some initial spirit readings of the area to provide a context for our investigation. So, let's begin with taking an energy reading of the room. So, we need our historian and our psychical atmosphere sensing person. If you could come up and help me with these. What I'll do first is we want to confine this reading to the spirits. So this will let the spirits know by laying out this card that this is what we're looking for. Yeah. The death card. Everybody hopes to get the death card when taking a tarot reading. Yeah. Okay. So like a snapshot, a shutter, you just take a quick shuffle and it captures the movement of the room. We'll do a basic 3 card read. I will interpret and tell you what the cards mean, and then from each of your perspectives as we go, and it'll probably get deeper as the cards come over. You can assist me with this. Each card reader reads these different. These cards respond to the way I read them. All right, the 6 of Cups. The cups are emotions and relationships. And you see there's a couple of children. So this card usually indicates the past. Remember that a child, the far past, the distance, a time of happiness, plentiful, good relationships. So the spirit context of what's happening tonight, spirit or ghost, begins with that. This is an interesting card, the 7 of Pentacles. So the Pentacles, I interpret those to mean money, business, power, treasure, wealth. And so there's a man, he's holding the tool that he made it with. So this indicates like a prosperous business. But it also, this is what's interesting about this card, is it can also indicate conflict. It's like a conflict, see, because he has the tool. So there could be arguments and upset. Well, Carla, any context or anything going on? Yeah, what's going on? Let's start with history.
Well, we do not know who the Gray Lady is, but common theory is that she is Louise Carpenter, who is the daughter of Willard Carpenter, the founder of the library.
Yeah, Willard Library.
So the children thing kind of comes in there to play there, and then a lot of people believe that she is haunting the library because when Willard Carpenter passed, he left majority of his wealth here to the building and not so much to his family members. So the wealth and conflict thing kind of plays there.
From the historical perspective, vibrations of the foundation of the Gray Lady ghost were being discerned. Stacy was picking up the energy of the initial card, the Six of Cups, and knew stories of the spirit of a young boy who was rumored to be in the library.
I was thinking the conflict also with children. There has been rumors that there is a little boy spirit that hangs out. I've never heard much about it. Our director's one told me about him. So.
Okay.
So that's what popped into my head when children came up. Or the children's department, also where the Gray Lady was first seen.
Unbeknownst to us at the time, this interpretation would prove to become quite explanatory as the séance would later unfold. The three people initiating spirit contact came to the table to begin. After I gave some initial instructions, as they were all new to séance participation, we began to wait for the table spirit to manifest. But we did not have to wait very long. There it is. It's good, table spirit. Table spirit, give us a good move. Give us good rocking. Yes. Give us a movement for your yes, if you want to. What would you like to be yes? What would you like to be no? No is still. Okay. Spirit. How old were you when you passed away? Were you 10 years old or less? Oh, a young one. We've got a young one here. Table spirit, can you tell us if this one that's passed on was a male? It was a male, little boy. Table, can you tell us if the spirit in the room is one that is in the basement children library? Oh, it is. This is the one that Stacy heard Greg talk about. Oh, you are? Yes. You've been wanting to be heard for a long time, haven't you? Would you like someone to leave some toys downstairs for you to play with? I got that sense. You would. Of course you would. What little boy wouldn't want toys? Oh, I didn't realize I had such a playful little spirit boy in the library. We also learned that this spirit is one that liked to throw books and could be playful, as any child would. In older times, this kind of spirit activity might be thought of as the work of a poltergeist. Stacy began to be overwhelmed from the energy and had to stop and sit for a short time.
Alright, I gotta sit down.
Okay. You okay?
I'm overwhelmed.
When reviewing the video a few days after the seance, I discovered that the spirit energy had in fact been quite strong enough to trigger the EMF meter. Erica, what do you think? What was going on?
That was interesting. There were a few times when I lifted my hands up completely.
I saw that.
Still moving and
Mm-hmm.
kind of watching their hands, and it didn't look like anyone was holding it or rocking it or anything like that. Pretty wild.
Yep. We moved to the stairway and the action became stronger. I did not capture it with video, but the EMF meter did register significant activity as far away as the top of the landing.
Are you the same spirit we were communicating with the EMF detector 2 seconds ago? No?
The light's on.
Oh, hi. Okay, so there's more than one of you, correct? Okay.
I was unable to capture much of this activity with video because my camera kept repeatedly getting turned off in this area for some reason, and this was the only video that I could gain from the stairway. Stacy suggested that we move into the basement in the area where the newly acquired artifacts of the library founder were on display. In the basement area, the strength of the energy was even stronger. So strong, in fact, the seance ladies had to actually hold the table down so that it would not get out of hand. The EMF meter was again triggered, but I missed it with video because of my camera angle. In the children's area, the energy seemed to be the strongest. Not surprising, as the spirit that claimed to be a young boy has been associated with this area in the past. You can see in this clip how the participants' hands are not always in strong contact with the table, which made it seem to move on its own throughout the night. So, it was quite the interesting night. And the things that we learned from the table tipping spirit confirmed the tarot reading early on about a child and even the Seven of Pentacles. Because at one point during the table tipping seance, the spirit claimed to have been related to Willard Carpenter. And also, the spirit claimed that when it was alive as a young boy, he actually played in the library shortly after it was built. So a mystery. The seance raised more questions than answers given. But such is the way of the occult sciences and when one takes a voyage or a passage into the arcane.